Hello and welcome to our Learning Coach Academy session. I'm Ashley Doherty, your orientation coordinator. Today we have an awesome presentation on growth mindset for you all. Let's go over our agenda. I will touch on our mission and vision as always, our values. I will head on over to the MMU and go over that and make sure everybody has access to it. And then we'll talk a bit about growth mindset. Our mission at Compass is to inspire and develop innovative, creative, self-directed learners one scholar at a time. And our vision is to create a collaborative virtual learning community, inspiring scholars to appreciate the ways in which the arts and sciences nurture a curiosity for lifelong learning and prepare scholars to take responsibility for their future success. And our values are achievement, respect, teamwork, integrity, and communication. Okay, let's go ahead and head on over to the MMU. Oh, sorry about that. For some reason it signed me out. All right, so the MMU, as always, is posted in Parent Square every Monday around 8:30 a.m. So let's see what's going on this week at Compass. All right, so some upcoming meetings today. We are in Learning Coach Academy, as always, on Mondays at 11. Scholar Club meetings will be this afternoon from 1 to 4. There is a Scholar Leadership Council meeting on Tuesday. The CAST Parent Night information session, so that is tomorrow from 7 to 8. So make sure you head on over to the MMU and click on that information if you haven't already and if you haven't signed up. There will be a virtual coffee with the superintendent on Friday, and then also the Parent Advisory Council meeting. So lots of stuff going on this week, events happening. So today through Friday is a community service greeting cards for hospitalized kids. If your scholar is interested in that, make sure you click on that link in the MMU to get more information on how to participate to make their day. On Wednesday is the San Diego Zoo trip. So if you're going to that, have so much fun. On Thursday, there's a Jelly Belly Factory one. That sounds so much fun too. Friday, Kids Space Museum. And then Friday, as always, we have a virtual scholar workshop, and it is the Spring Talent Show. So that will be so much fun. Lots of fun stuff happening. Here, there's some testing information. So the prep sessions are still going on. So make sure you register your scholar for that. There are makeup PFT testing. So if you need to do a makeup, check out that information. And as always, make sure that you are checking out your scholar's individual news. So elementary school news, middle school news, and high school news is posted there. Okay, so I am going to, let me escape out of this again, start with just a little clip about growth mindset. So enjoy, and then we will discuss growth mindset a little deeper.
Michael Jordan has said, "I've missed more than 9,000 shots, lost almost 300 games, and 26 times I've been trusted to make the game-winning shot and missed. I fail over and over and over again, and that is why I succeed." Michael Jordan is one of the most famous basketball players in the world, though he was not always a star. He didn't make his high school basketball team because he was too short and wasn't good enough. He could have quit, but instead he had the mindset to continue and get better. He was practicing each day before most people were even out of bed. And because of this, he not only made the team the following year, but he went on to become the greatest player of all time and a true champion. The question that comes to our mind is, can we all learn to have a mindset of a champion? A mindset is a word describing how we think. There are two types of mindsets. 1, a growth mindset, and 2, a fixed mindset. A growth mindset is when somebody believes they can learn to be good and they can learn to get better. They are not afraid of challenges. They continue when things get hard. They know that they have put effort in to learn, and they learn from criticism. They are also inspired by people who do well. Michael Jordan has this trait, though another person with a growth mindset is The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. He was cut from the Canadian Football League early on in his career. He could have quit, but instead he worked very hard, faced many challenges, and is now a super famous movie star, one of my favorite. Did you know that coaches and professional scouts look for athletes who don't just have skill? They want someone who wants to learn, who is coachable, and will give 100% effort in their practices. They want someone with a growth mindset. What they don't want is somebody who thinks they are already good enough, they don't need to learn, and are not coachable. These people have a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is the opposite of a growth. These people either think they're born good or born not so good. They cannot learn. They are afraid of challenges. They give up and get defensive easily. They feel criticized when given feedback and are threatened by people who do well. Which mindset do you think I have? Well, let me tell you a story. Reading has always been hard for me, and even now I still find it challenging. From kindergarten to 4th grade, I was always a bit below grade level in reading. So each night, I read aloud to my parents to try to get better. This was always the worst part of my day. Whenever I was reading, I would of course make mistakes, misread words, say words that weren't there, miss words that were there, and miss punctuation. Normal. But whenever my mom or dad tried to correct me, I'd get upset. I told them that they were wrong and sometimes even have a meltdown. This happened from my friends and teachers and with other subjects and activities too. I thought that I should know how to do everything already, and if I didn't, I would get upset. I thought that what my teachers were teaching should come to me easy. Well, guess what? Some of the things I was learning or reading were not easy. I would get upset. Negative thoughts came into my mind. You suck. You can't do anything. This should be so easy. Suddenly, I felt tears coming down my face in front of my friends and teachers too. In my head, I saying, no, please, no. I could no longer control my emotions. This is where the real problem begins. You see, I lose control of my emotions, I stop listening, and I stop thinking. I become difficult to those around me. And when I finally get through it, I am very tired. This is not healthy, and it's not the person I want to be. I want to know why I was feeling this way and why my emotions were so strong. Well, this year, in 5th grade, was the first year I was able to answer these questions. I learned what a growth and fixed mindset are. I'm learning how to change my fixed mindset into a growth mindset and have a mindset of a champion. I believe we can have both of these mindsets, a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. I believe this because I have both. I have a growth mindset with things like soccer, basketball, change, and learning new languages. I also believe we can change our fixed mindset into a growth mindset and have a mindset of a champion. Well, maybe not a champion like Michael Jordan, but a champion in our own way. We may just need a little help to do this. My dad and I read this book called Mindsets, written by Carol Dweck. Carol Dweck is a professor and professional psychologist who researched and came up with the idea of a growth and fixed mindset. Her book told me that I was not the only one who has a fixed mindset from time to time. However, the best advice I ever got was from my teacher and school counselor. Their advice was a one little 3-letter word. This word was yet. They told me always put the word yet at the end of my sentence. I can't do it. I can't do it yet. I don't understand. I don't understand yet. The word yet makes me feel I just need to put a little more effort in before I understand it. I still struggle with a fixed mindset from time to time. However, I now know why I get frustrated and upset. For any of you out there who may have a fixed mindset from time to time, please know that I am proof that you can beat it. Writing this talk, I struggled the whole time, though every day I've gotten a little better than the day before. This is why I can say I'm winning, because I'm here in front of you now today. Thank you.
Okay, so just a little snippet of what we're going to be talking about today. Let me get back to this, is growth mindset. And I love those kid TED Talks. So growth mindset mindset versus fixed mindset. He talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to dig in a little deeper because when you're at home with your scholars, it's super important to try to encourage your scholars to have a growth mindset so they can keep progressing through their education. And then also it's an important reminder for us as the parent or the grown-up to have the growth mindset as well, because if we're stuck in a fixed mindset, then we're going to be modeling a fixed mindset for our children, our scholars. So a growth mindset is freedom. So you preserve it in the presence of failures. Even effort is required to build new skills. You find inspiration in other successes. You embrace challenges, accept criticism, have a desire to learn and build abilities. And a fixed mindset is limiting. So you avoid challenges, you give up easy, you're threatened by other success, you desire to look smart, effort is fruitless, you ignore feedback, and you have fixed abilities. So I thought that this was a good comparison because I know, like he said, all of us sometimes have a fixed mindset, especially in certain areas. So it's important to just remember that the growth mindset is freedom, and then it gives you the opportunity to learn. So just some strategies to develop a growth mindset. Read books to your scholars with characters who face challenges and develop strategies to overcome them. When you finish reading the book, have a conversation about it. Talk about the character and ask why you think that they overcame the challenges. Talk about what would have happened if they would have had a closed mind or a fixed mindset, and just try to make those connections while you're reading with your scholars. Display reminders of growth mindset vocabulary using inspirational posters and bulletin boards throughout your learning space at home. You can have little post-its with them on your scholar's computer. You can have make posters and have them up. It could be a little fun project with your scholar to just have a little mini growth mindset lesson and talk about it with your scholars. And then you could develop those bulletin boards or visuals together. Praise and value the effort, not achievement. So if you see that your scholar really was trying, still praise that effort. If they did not if they had a goal and they didn't quite reach that goal, but you saw them trying so hard, they were doing everything that they said they would do to achieve that goal, make sure that you praise and value that effort as well, because we want to make sure that they know that their effort is appreciated, and that still means that they were getting closer to their goal. Model learning from mistakes. Just little things that happen throughout the day. We all make a million mistakes every day, right? So just model learning from those instead of just continuing to do the same things. Be like, maybe it could be a little fun activity. How can I change this to do it differently next time? And model growth mindset for yourself even after your quote unquote school hours. So try to just make it growth mindsets a goal for you to do all the time. And our children are always watching us and are always learning from us. So if we model that behavior, then they will follow. How to shift your words. So instead of saying it's too hard or that problem looks tough, try it's going to take some time and effort to figure this out. I know it's so hard to switch some vocabulary like that if we're used to saying, oh, that looks really hard or that looks really tough. But try to practice and go over it in your head before you're teaching your scholar, and face challenges as something that's a positive, something to figure out. So it's going to take some time and effort to figure this out, but we can do it and stay positive. Instead of saying I give up, let's try some strategies we've learned. Instead of saying I made a mistake, say mistakes help us learn. So we're turning those mistakes into a positive and showing our scholars that if we always did everything perfectly or if we knew everything, we'd never have opportunities to learn. And some other mindset tips, practice purposeful effort, find joy in the process. So try to make it fun. Try to, when you see something, a challenge happen or something comes up, find joy in the process of figuring out the solution with your scholar. For little ones, you kind of make it a game to try to find the solutions and make a big deal when they find it. Encourage reflection and see a weakness as an opportunity for growth. And that is all I have for today. And thank you so much for joining us live. If you're watching the recording, thank you for enjoying this recording. Reach out to me. My information is here if you have any questions.